Hey, Doug Upstone here for Doc Sports, and we are talking Saturday college football. It's ready to go, and I have a free pick for you and one of the championship games. And no, it won't be Louisiana and Coastal Carolina, which was canceled, but we've got another one. So this weekend, I have a big card going. Now, just before I started this video, I found out it has one less play. I had Wake Forest over Florida State, but Florida State doing a great job in really controlling their COVID situation. They canceled their third game of the season less than 24 hours before it was to be played. So that takes care of that. But I still have 11 more plays for Saturday through Tuesday. That's presuming they all go off, okay? But that's the plan, okay, for what I'm trying to do here. So 11 games, including in there is 6 college football games. So that's something to consider. And you can pick them all up for just $99 at Doc Sports. So great value, everything right there for you to take care of and enjoy. All right. So that's the big package. Of course, as I do this video, I'm actually doing this video on Friday, but to let you know that I also have college basketball in all likelihood, especially on Saturday. So we'll have some of that for you then too. So you can check that out also at Doc's been doing very well in that. As I've mentioned in a number of videos this week, having a really good football season and looking to really close out the regular season and start the beginning of college football on a real high, 29-16, the last 9 weeks in college football. So let's see if I can keep it rolling. All right, so we got that coming at you. All right, so today's free play, we're going to talk about the ACC Championship. Clemson, Notre Dame, Act 2. So what are we looking at here? Well, I think we got a number of different things. One of the most interesting things right off the top is that Clemson went from -7 to -10.5, and it's basically held up. I saw actually a couple sports books that had taken Clemson down to -10. So that'll be really interesting. You know that Dabo Swinney, besides having Trevor Lawrence back and some defensive linemen back, he feels his team is more than ready to play. They got the revenge angle going, certainly, and the fact that the last thing that he wants to do is have Notre Dame waltz into the ACC and win the championship and then leave again. So that's not on his agenda. I can assure you of that. Now, Clemson, what do they have to do to win? Well, one of the things they have to do is they have to run the ball better. They had 34 rushing yards and only 33 attempts in the last game. That's not going to work. Travis Etienne was held to 28 yards on 18 attempts. I think that they're going to look to try and get him out on the corners more, outside the tackles. I think that'll be their plan to try against Notre Dame. Their offensive line isn't great, by the way. That's probably one of the most things that, if you follow Clemson this year, you know that's be the case, but not everybody maybe knows that. The passing game is absolutely electric, okay? And even in the last game, without Lawrence, they had 439-yard passing on only 29 completions. And they have 4 different wide receivers that are averaging 14 or more yards a catch. The other thing about the game last time, from Clemson's standpoint, is that they'll get more help this time because more defensive linemen. But they gave up 5.2 yards a carry and over 200 yards rushing. I can only, not imagine, I know Brent Venables, their defensive coordinator, that's not going to work. So their goal is going to be trying to hold Notre Dame to 4 yards a carry or less, okay? And that would include not letting Ian Book, the Notre Dame quarterback, scoot out the back door, okay, and run around. Now, Notre Dame's path to victory, they know they're going to face a different Clemson team, especially on defense, both offense and defense, but with a defensive front. So, and their offensive line, they lost their center, and then they had a guard that's hurt. He started to come back a little bit in the last game. I don't know if he'll be 100% healthy or not. So, they're going to have to use some other options. And I think among the options that they're going to try and use is to utilize their outstanding collection of tight ends. And what I mean by that is that, I'm not saying they'll use all 3 at the same time, but I could see 2 of them for sure. And what they're going to try and do is throw just over in front of the linebackers or just over them with these tight ends. And they're going to try and force either linebackers or safeties to have to cover them. And if they're successful in doing that and running the ball, let's just say adequately in this game, That will set up deep shots that they can take against safeties or even cornerbacks in one-on-one coverage to try and move the ball down the field. Now, from the standpoint, what's the logical conclusion to this game? Okay, Clemson wins and covers. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. They have all the intangibles. They have everything that you would want for this game in order to win, and their track record, especially in big games compared to Notre Dame in big games. But don't kid yourself. Brian Kelly was born at night, but it wasn't last night, okay? So that's the thing. He's going to have his team prepared, ready. It's a very mature team. He has been very open all season long about what his agenda has been for this particular season, and this team, I think, has embraced it. Defensively, I think they have the capabilities to slow down the Clemson offense. They're not going to, take it down, but they can slow it down. And so from that standpoint, I think there's great trust between the coaches and the players in order to get this done. Like the last game, I think the ebb and flow will be going back and forth throughout the entire game. And I think turnovers will be a big part. Now, that's not exactly news when we're talking football here, but turnovers, I think, will be a big part, but we can't predict that. I think this game, though, comes down to one possession, okay, a one-possession game. I think the Tigers get their revenge and win the game, but I got Notre Dame covering the spread. And it has nothing to do with me wearing this shirt, okay? It's just happened to. I did it for fun, all right? But no, I think Notre Dame covers the plus 10.5 in this one. So that's my pick, Notre Dame plus 10.5 in the ACC Championship. So there you have it. There's Saturday's free pick for you. And like I said, I got a big football package you can take advantage of, $99, or you can get my top play Saturday. There's my top plays in football, 7-unit plays. They're 8-2 so far this year, so you can check that out. That's just $30 at Doc, so check that out. And as I have started to do, I have one other thing for you. I have a top trend. My top trend is this. It's college football also. Oregon State is 9-0 against the spread after playing at home in their last game. Oregon State against Arizona State. So this is Doug Upstone. I will be back with a Sunday NFL play for you. But until next time, I'm out.